Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before I get started, I just want to honor the victims of the horrific incident that happened in Boston. And I know that all Washingtonians, my Washingtonians, but all Americans also stand with our friends in Massachusetts. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this senseless tragedy, and we honor the first responders who helped protect the lives of innocent Americans. And I want to thank you, Secretary Huerta, for the FAA's rapid response in quickly securing Boston's airspace, establishing temporary flight restrictions over the immediate vicinity of the explosion. Mr. Chairman, thank you for holding this important hearing. And it's just been over a year since we passed the FAA Modernization Reform Act, and there is a lot to do and talk about when it comes to safety. I want to thank the witnesses today, especially Administrator Huerta and Chairwoman Hersman, for updating me constantly on the FAA and NTSB's review of the 787 battery issue. I appreciate the intensity and focus that both of your agencies have provided for the important aviation issues, and I look forward to continuing being updated on this issue. I also want to thank Mr. Guzzetti for his technical assistance on the medical safety legislation when you were at NTSB several years ago, and Mr. Dillingham for your institutional knowledge on aviation issues. They're very welcome. While we're here today to talk about key safety initiatives, there is also a lot to talk about when it comes to sequestration and the impacts on safety and operations of over 200 air traffic towers slated for closure. I appreciate my colleague's efforts, Senator Moran, to try to restore funding. In my home state, 8 towers are on the closure list, and these closures cause major disruptions. For example, at Felts Field in Spokane, which is an area that serves both air medical services for 4 states, and also Payne Field in Everett, which is the hub of a large aerospace manufacturer, these tower closures would have an impact. So I hope, Mr. Chairman, we can resolve these issues. Mr. Chairman, prior to your chairmanship, you were the chairman and ranking member of the Aviation Subcommittee for more than a decade. And during that time period, you left a legacy of achievements on aviation safety. As a testament to the work of this committee and the work of key agencies and industry players, there have been no major domestic crashes of major airlines in more than a decade. And in response to the smaller Colgan crash that has been referred to by my colleagues, your committee held 9 hearings, passing meaningful reform legislation in 2010, and some of which has been implemented, but other parts require final action. For one, the FAA must implement the rules required by your legislation, including pilot qualifications, pilot training, pilot mentoring and professionalism, database issues, and other safety aviation issues, including ensuring that regional carriers meet the same safety standards as major airlines, addressing the air traffic controller fatigue issues, reducing operational errors, and including runway incursions, improving general aviation safety, completing the medical safety rules, and integrating unmanned aerial vehicles, and improving the voluntary reporting system. And we also must remember that there are a number of safety initiatives in the NextGen system, so as we move forward on that. But last month, the NTSB released its interim factual report on a key issue, the lithium-ion battery incident aboard the Boeing 787 at Logan Airport, operated by Japan Airlines. And next week, the NTSB will be holding a symposium on that issue. The FAA has been performing a comprehensive review of the 787's critical systems, focusing on the electrical system. And since April 8th, the FAA has been evaluating Boeing's test results on the modified battery. So the NTSB ongoing investigation is important, and the interim factual report provides information regarding the incident at Logan Airport, including descriptions of the damage and components and planned ongoing investigations. So, Mr. Chairman, I look forward to receiving these final reports and recommendations by all entities, and like everyone else, we want these planes to return safely to flight. And yes, there are many people in the state of Washington, over 85,000 people directly and indirect, thousands of others indirectly as part of the supply chain. I can guarantee you they want to get it right. The FAA and NTSB are doing their respective jobs on this issue, and I thank them for that and the many, many hours that both of the agencies have put forth. Mr. Chairman, I look forward to working with you on a myriad of these aviation issues over the next several months, but I know we have talked about this. We want to continue to hold hearings on the NextGen oversight, the proposed American Airlines, U.S. Airways merger, competitiveness in the aerospace and manufacturing, development of airline strategies to foster industry growth, and maintaining and upgrading our important airport infrastructure. All of these issues are part of our safety mechanisms as well, so I thank you for holding this important hearing. I look forward to the witness's testimony today. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator, very much. Senator Ayotte.